My name is Jeff St. Laurent. I help coaches transition to a full-time business. I've been doing this since 2004. I just got off a group call and I literally pointed at my client and I said, fuck you. And it turned everything around. And I'm going to tell you right now why that's so important. Now, I don't normally say this to clients, etc. This person was in a situation where they were very, if you will, catabolic. Their energy was low. They were in a victim mindset. When you're doing this business, sometimes it can eat you up. It can be lonely. You can doubt yourself. You cannot feel valued, like you're contributing or connected to anything. You're by yourself doing this. And that's where this person was. And we spent some time coaching them and mentoring them and getting this space where they were kind of realigning a little bit and came out of that very, if you will, victim standpoint. While they were in that space, they had basically said, well, you know what, listen, I'm going to just remove myself from this group. I don't want to bring anybody down. I don't want to burden you guys with, the space that I'm in. I just got to kind of go here and sit here by myself. Thank you very much. And I didn't go there right away because in my head, I'm like, fuck you, you're walking away. I didn't say that right away. I just took a moment and I met them where they were at. And we did some work, we coached, et cetera, et cetera. We kind of got their energy up a little bit. And before we left, I looked at them and I said, you know what? And by the way, fuck you, you're walking away from the group and blah, blah, blah. And everyone laughed. More importantly, they laughed. And I said, we got your back, man, and we're going to work you through this. You're not going to do this by yourself. And it was perfect. It was perfect. And then I told them, I'm like, hey, listen, I'm teaching you how to do this. I'm like, now, maybe sometimes you have to tell your client, fuck you, you need to do this. I guess what I'm trying to share with you is you don't have to say this to your clients, right? Or to people that you could be a potential client. What I'm trying to emphasize here is show that you care. Show that you're going to fight for people no matter what. I'll do this with potential clients, right? Because when people are in that very catabolic, low energy, victim type mindset, where they can't do anything right. Everything's against them. Everything's wrong. They're lonely. They're alone. They feel hopeless. That's very heavy. And we've all been there before. Everyone gets to that spot. Let's be honest. We're all get to that spot. It's how long it lasts. That's when it's our job as a coach to fight for our clients. And sometimes it just takes looking them straight in the eye, or you're on the phone, whatever it is like, listen, you can go, you can hang up, you can leave, you can do whatever you want. But you know what? I'm not going to let you, because I care and I know I can help. All I need to know is, are you willing to address it? Are you willing to look at it? Are you willing to just take a look at this day by day, week by week? Because all it takes is one thought, one reframe, one little question that completely shifts the paradigm and how you're looking at it right now and allows you to see it from a different perspective. And all of a sudden that shifts your energy and you're off. It doesn't mean you're not going to get bogged down again at that point, but it's doing that on a repetitive basis. And now you're spending less and less time in that very victim type state. And that's our duty as a coach, is hold people accountable for that. It's like, what do you want? I know you're here. And I know it feels heavy, but are you willing, or how willing are you to look at this? And if there's energy there, then hold them accountable for that. And if that takes looking someone in the eye and saying, fuck you, I'm not letting you go away. I'm not letting you stay in this space. I can't force you to. So if that's what you want to do, then that's your choice. But I'm letting you know I'm here for you. I'm going to fight with you and for you as long as it takes for you to get to where you want to be. And that shows value for what we do as a coach, because guess what? People that we know and love and our family members and all that good stuff, some people aren't even willing to even do that for us because they're not. And some people can't do this. Yes, they would care for us in that sense. But what I'm sharing with you is it's they can't listen and they can't be as detached as we are as coaches because they're too involved in that person's life. That's where we have a ton of value because we're not attached, right? I have to be detached enough for that person where I can genuinely say to that person, listen, if you want to walk away from the group, if you want to, be a victim and do that stuff, then go ahead and do that. Like I can't care to that point, meaning that's detachment. Of course I care. I don't want to do that, right? But I can't be there. I can't be like, oh, I can't believe this is happening and then feel bad. That's not being a great coach. And they can feel that. That actually puts pressure on them, undue pressure. For us, it's a matter of like, listen, if this is where you want to be, I'll respect that. Then I wish you the best. If anything changes, then let me know. With that being said, fuck you. That's not happening. I'm not letting that happen. Now it's your choice is if you want to participate and you want to be there. And if you're willing to look at this, then let's go. This is your choice. And that's the choice we've got to present people. And this is people that we're working with, because every time you're working with somebody, there's another buy-in. Every session, every week is another buy-in. Because guess what? Just because they hired you doesn't mean they're going to do anything. Just because they paid you the money, just because they got excited in a moment and did everything like that and started it and they're X amount of weeks in, doesn't mean they're going to continue. It's a constant push for that. And that's a re-engagement from us. And that's our job as a coach. And in fact, your ability to be detached from that is super important, because if I take that on as a coach, as a mentor coach, and who I am, I'm doing everyone a disservice, because now I'm just getting that space with them. And then I take it personally and I feel responsible. And how good am I at that point? So sometimes we got to be willing to say the hard things or do the hard things to get our point across. It's all within the context of where it's at. So hopefully this has been helpful for you, and hopefully you'll go out there and fight for people. But you can't fight for people that don't want to fight. And that's why the question I ask is, how willing are you to take a look at this? And if not now, great. Then let's talk when you are. But if you are willing and you are willing to face this, and if you are willing to do the work, then let's freaking go. That's that level of attachment. That's what allows us to be great coaches. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. Go after it.